Hello, here's my reading of chapter 1. Just disregard the titles. They're there because I needed a title, and I'm not. It took me 2 seconds of thought, so just ignore that. That's a typo. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay. Do that. Okay, that's better. On the most ordinary of days, Lampere saw the most peculiar sight. Worst intro sentence ever. I just needed to start writing. A boy was passed out right in front of Winding Woodland. "Oh no," she said aloud, running over to the boy to inspect him. He was lying face down on the ground. He had shortish, messy green-blue hair with a matching colored hooded shirt and dark pants. On the back of his shirt were 6 red dots, and a row of 3 and a column of 2. Lampere raised her eyebrow. "This isn't good at all," she said to no one. She noticed that the boy couldn't have been much older than her, and from then on she steeled herself. "I'm going to help him!" She took her large round shield off of her back and started to fumble around in the pouch that was attached inside, which served as a small backpack. I know I've got something in here. Ugh. Ah! The sudden noise startled the girl, who looked over at the boy. What time is it?" the boy mumbled, covering his eyes with his hand. "Give me 5 more minutes, Mom." He rolled over as if to get more sleep. "Ah, hey, no more sleeping," Lampere said, not in a nagging way, but just matter-of-factly. The boy said, that when he opened his eyes again, he saw where he was, in the middle of a forest. He sat straight up. "What the heck? Where am I?" He examined his surroundings. There were trees as far as he could see, all close enough together that the leaves of the utterly gigantic trees created a canopy that very little light could leak through. He happened to be sitting in one of the spots of pure light around them. "Winding Woodland," Lampere said, turning her attention back to her bag for a minute. "Did you fall asleep here because you got lost? That happens a lot. This place is super easy to get lost in. It is a mystery dungeon, after all." As he sat up, she saw a cream-colored pouch pocket on the front of his shirt. "It's a what?" the boy asked. He rubbed his forehead, a dull ache coming to the surface. "How the heck did I get here? Why am I not in my bed?" "Ah, there!" the girl exclaimed, pulling out a small blue berry. "Thank you. Word doc, that's not an error." "This might help." She handed it out to the boy. He looked over at her, examining the berry, then looking up at her and taking a good look at her for the first time. She looked to be younger than him, though it was hard to tell. Her short green hair was almost entirely down, except for 2 mini pigtails that stuck out from the sides of her head. To her side she had a large brown, shell-shaped shield propped up. The shield should be green, because she's shiny. I completely forgot. It's entirely my fault. I forgot. The inside of it facing her, she's wearing a sky blue dress and green leggings. "Maybe later," he said, unsure if he felt comfortable accepting food from a stranger. He shook his head, still feeling disoriented. "Who are you?" he asked. "Oh, well, all right," she said, putting the berry away. "I'm Lampere Linterazine. And you?" He thought for a moment, and then for another moment. I can't remember anything." "I have no idea," he said, his voice full of panic. Lampere gasped. "You seriously don't remember? Oh, geez, that's really bad." The boy tried racking his brain more, trying to get something to come back to the surface. Wait. "You can do it," Lampere said, eyes full of hope and eagerness. "Nope. Nothing." The boy sighed again. "Nothing. I can't get to it." "It's all right. Maybe it'll come back to you eventually," Lampere said with a reassuring smile, standing back up and putting her shield on her back. "If you can't remember your name, can you at least remember what Pokemon you are?" What I am?" he asked, standing up also, as if she instructed him to. "Well, you look like a Cyndaquil, but I'm not sure. I've only seen those in books, and where I'm from, it's mostly all water types." That should probably be capitalized. That should be capitalized. Okay, sorry about that. "I'm a Squirtle, by the way," Lampere explained, taking a single moment to think. "Tell you what, I was about to go into Misa Town. Do you want to come with me? There's gotta be someone there who knows who you are. It's the closest town to here." "A town? With people? Yes!" the boy said. "I would love to, thank you. If it is close to here, that's probably where I'm from," he said, though his gut feeling betrayed him. Something told him he wasn't from here. He just couldn't shake the feeling he was extremely far from home. "It's no biggie. I was going there anyway, so that'd be no problem," she said happily, and then started to walk on ahead. "Follow me. I know my way through here like the back of my hand." The boy, having no other choice, decided to put his faith in the girl. If she can help me, then I don't have a choice. He hurried up to walk alongside her. So, the boy started, trying to fill the silence that definitely bothered him more than his friend. Why are you going to Misatown? Oh, it's a really long story. You'll probably just be mad if I tell you, she said. No, I don't think I will, he responded, raising an eyebrow. I want to form an exploration team, she exclaimed, looking excited. Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. He gathered from her expectant look that she assumed he knew what she meant, but he obviously did not. Oh, right, Lampere said. Of course you wouldn't remember what those are, either. I'd say so, the boy said, looking down. But I'm surprised you trust me. I feel like I wouldn't trust me if I were you. Why wouldn't I? I already feel like I've known you forever. That's pretty casual, the boy said, but when he thought about what she said, he realized that he found himself already pretty trusting of her, too. Maybe, but it'll be all right. Something in her gentle smile told the boy that she was right, and so he nodded. Maybe once we find your family in Misatown, we can keep being friends. I don't live too far from here. I live some ways, She then pointed in a direction. That way! He smiled. I think that would be really nice, yeah. I definitely owe you a lot for finding me here like this. No, it's just what a future explorer does. Explorers and their teams help people. They sound like pretty noble people. And I'm gonna be one! I want to be the best explorer ever! He chuckled. I think I'll be a great explorer. You know, maybe this is super sudden, but I think we... Lampere suddenly stopped talking and put her arm out in front of the boy. He turned to her, confused. I think I hear something, Lampere said softly and seriously. The boy nodded, trying to listen too. Between the rustling of the leaves in the wind, the two very clearly... My mouth is going to dry hole. The two very clearly heard the sound of someone giggling. Lampere? The boy softly asked. What in the world is that? Lampere's eyes suddenly widened as she yelled, Hey, watch out! The next thing the boy knew, he had hit the floor with Lampere on top of him, shielding him from some kind of an explosion. A moment after impact, the area around them was covered in smoke from the attack. Once it cleared, the boy tried to lift his head. Nice typo. Lift his head up to see if there was anyone around. To his absolute shock, there was not. What kind of place did I end up in? He looked down and saw that Lampere was still on top of him. She didn't seem to be hurt in the slightest, her shield protecting them. The boy carefully flipped her over and tried to shake her awake. Hey, what happened? Are you alright? He saw her breathing, so she must have just been knocked out. He breathed a sigh of relief. Carefully placing her on the ground, he tried to look to see who or what attacked him, but heard and saw nothing. We gotta get out of here. He turned his attention to Lampere again and shook her once more. Come on, please be alright. Huh? She said, blinking awake. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine, thanks to you and your shield. That was scary, he said, giving her a hand to help her up. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Lampere said, grabbing the boy's hand and standing upright. What? You're sorry? I think you just saved my life. No, I saw those seed bombs coming in. Seed bombs? The boy asked, interrupting her. Yeah, that was the move that was used, she explained, taking her shield off and reaching into her backpack attached to it. How do you know? He asked. And what are moves? Oh, wow. You hit your head really hard, huh? Lampere said, a worried frown crossing her face. She took up the berry from earlier she had offered Sandra and started to eat it. You should take a bite too, because that attack must have hurt you a little. Or my tackle. He really thought for a moment. I actually feel perfectly alright aside from this headache, so you have it. Lampere nodded. Alright, if you say so. Mister doesn't remember his name. I don't think I'm a mister, he sheepishly mumbled. Lampere finished her berry and put her shield back on. We gotta get going before that whoever comes back. She skipped on ahead, as if nothing bad had happened. The boy marveled at the sight for a moment before scurrying along to catch up with her. If we get going, we can definitely make it to Misa before nightfall. Definitely, Lampere said, smiling genuinely in hopes that the boy would be relieved and not have that worried look on his face anymore. The boy, however, couldn't tell her genuine intentions. He wanted to be reassured, but he found doubt still inside his head. I guess once we settle down and get out of here, I'll ask her more questions. For now, I'll just let her lead the way. And like last time, I kind of have the summary serif who was in the chapter. Triple question mark the Cyndaquil, male, 15. He has flash fire, and he's timid and often lost in thought. And then Perilanterazine, the Squirtle, shiny. She's female and 14. Her ability is torrent, and she's quirky nature and somewhat of a clown.